In today's breaking news, we're diving into a serious update from HMRC that could affect millions of people across the UK, particularly those relying on the winter fuel payment for extra support with their energy bills. While many older individuals are eligible for a one-off payment worth up to £300, there's a catch: you may be required to pay it back if your income exceeds a certain level. This year, most people born before September 22, 1959, will automatically receive the winter fuel payment. This money is intended to help cover the rising cost of heating through the colder months and can range from £100 to £300, depending on individual circumstances. It's a helpful financial boost for many, but there's a potential sting in the tail, especially for those with a total income over £35,000. So how does it work? If your annual taxable income is above £35,000, HMRC has now confirmed that you may have to repay some or all of the winter fuel payment. This includes people receiving income from various sources, not just traditional employment. Taxable income can include state pension, private pensions, employment earnings, self-employment profits, rental income, dividends, and even certain state benefits. The way HMRC reclaims this payment depends on how you're taxed. If you're employed or receiving a pension that's taxed automatically through pay, they might adjust your tax code in the 2026-27 tax year, meaning you'll pay more tax throughout that year. If you're self-employed or required to submit a self-assessment tax return, HMRC may instead add the payment to your 2025-26 tax return, which will be due in early 2027. One important clarification: this is assessed individually, not by household. For example, if you live with a partner and one of you earns £30,000 while the other earns £40,000, only the higher earner would be required to repay their winter fuel payment. The person earning under £35,000 would likely be able to keep their portion. This repayment structure has caught many by surprise, especially those who didn't realize that the winter fuel payment could be subject to income limits. Because the money is issued automatically for most recipients, it can feel like a non-conditional benefit. But in reality, it's income tested behind the scenes, meaning your personal tax situation can affect whether or not you keep the full amount. Now, how can you find out if you'll need to repay it? Thankfully, the government provides an online eligibility checker. It's a free and easy-to-use tool available on the official gov.uk website. By entering your date of birth, where in the UK you live, and the types of taxable income you receive along with the amounts, you'll get a clear answer. If your total taxable income exceeds £35,000, the tool will notify you that you are likely to be required to repay the winter fuel payment. It also explains how and when the money will be recovered. For instance, if you're self-employed and your income is above the threshold, you might be informed that you don't need to report the payment on your 2024-25 tax return. Instead, HMRC will reclaim it through your 2025-26 return, or possibly by adjusting your tax code later. And here's an important point: you won't be given the option to pay it back early. HMRC will handle the recovery process based on your tax situation. This leaves many people in a difficult position. If you're unaware of your income threshold or don't fully understand how your various income sources add up, you could be in for a surprise when HMRC adjusts your tax code or sends you a notice. And let's be honest, no one wants to be hit with unexpected deductions on their pension or income when planning a fixed budget. Now, some people might wonder, can I just opt out of getting the winter fuel payment altogether? Yes, opting out is possible. But there's a deadline. While you can refuse the payment in advance to avoid having to pay it back later, the window to opt out for the 2025-26 tax year has already closed. If you've already received the payment or are due to receive it this year, and your income is above the threshold, there's nothing you can do for now except wait for HMRC to recover it through your taxes. However, if you know that your income will exceed £35,000 next year, and you want to avoid dealing with the repayment, you can opt out in advance for the 2026-27 winter fuel payment. To do this, you'll need to contact HMRC directly through their official winter fuel payment helpline, which you can access via the government's website. Just let them know you'd like to decline next year's payment, and they'll take care of the rest. This move can help you avoid the inconvenience of receiving money you'll just have to repay later. But remember, the deadline for opting out for next year is March 31, 2026, so it's wise to plan ahead if you think you'll be over the income limit. For those managing multiple sources of income like part-time work, rental properties, or even investment returns, it's more important than ever to keep good financial records. Something as simple as a small dividend or an extra rental month could tip you over the threshold, and that could mean triggering repayment. So, stay aware of your income, check it regularly, and don't wait until HMRC sends you a letter. This new approach by HMRC is part of a growing effort to ensure that targeted support is going to those who need it most. While this might make sense from a policy perspective, it has left some people confused and even frustrated. The idea of having to repay a government-issued support payment, especially one automatically deposited, can feel unfair, particularly for pensioners who may not be aware of the thresholds or repayment rules. What's even more concerning is that many people have no idea they might owe this money back. If you're not checking your income sources carefully, it's easy to think you're in the clear when you're not. That's why it's crucial to use the official online tool, keep track of your income, and be proactive about managing your finances. So what should you do right now? First and foremost, calculate your total taxable income. Be sure to include every applicable source: your pension, earnings, rental income, dividends, and any state benefits that are taxed. If the combined total is above £35,000, it's highly likely that you'll be expected to return the winter fuel payment. Second, if you haven't already, head to the official gov.uk website and use the winter fuel payment eligibility checker. It takes just a few minutes, and it can give you peace of mind or let you know what's coming down the line so you're not caught off guard. Third, if you expect your income to remain above the threshold next year and you want to avoid receiving money you'll have to give back, reach out to HMRC via their winter fuel payment helpline or website before March 31, 2026 to opt out for the 2026-27 payment. This small step can help simplify your tax affairs and prevent future complications. And finally, share this information. There are likely thousands of people right now who aren't aware of this new repayment rule. Whether it's friends, family, or fellow pensioners, spreading the word can help others avoid financial surprises down the line. So there you have it, a complete overview of the HMRC winter fuel payment situation, what it means for those with higher incomes, and what you can do to stay ahead. As always, staying informed is the best way to protect yourself financially. If you found this update helpful, let us know in the comments. Are you above the threshold? Did you already get a winter fuel payment? Are you planning to opt out next year? We'd love to hear your thoughts and experiences. And if you want to stay updated on more important news like this, especially anything affecting your taxes, pensions, or government benefits, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss the next update. Thanks for watching, and take care.